Hi, this is Greg with California GSP Rescue, and I'm on my way to the shelter. But this is a very unique situation. We rescued this dog from the same shelter a few years ago. And through a couple of events, she got loose. Now, the key is she's microchipped, and that microchip was registered to us. So when she turned up at the shelter, now this has been a while, it's been over 12 months, she showed up at the shelter called us because we were registered on the chip. Amazing story, I'm gonna tell you more, but register those chips. That's how people are gonna find you. So I just got to the shelter and I'm gonna go see how this girl looks. It's been, keep in mind, it's been over a year since we've seen her. Fortunately, she showed back up at the shelter and they called us. So let's go take a look at this girl. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Tell Jamie thank you as well. Oh, we will. Thanks. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. You know where we're going. Look at you. So we just got Margot again, the second time, and we immediately came and got her. The shelter here is amazing. They have amazing people working here trying to get the dogs home. When they called us to let her notify, we're like, we'll be right there. Just give me time to get my stuff ready and get out of the house, and I was on my way. So just a little over an hour, and we're here, and we picked up Margot. One of the reasons is the shelter is full, and they can't afford to have a dog sit in a shelter that is adoptable, or obviously our dog. We're not gonna allow that to happen when there's so many other dogs that need homes, and they need as much time as they can. And it's difficult to walk in those shelters and see all those dogs in those kennels, and knowing there's a high percentage of dogs that won't get adopted. So just keep that in mind. Adopt. Promote people to adopt, whatever breed it is. There's a rescue. You can find the dog. If it's a husky, I can find you one. The next shelter, there's one here. There's at least one here. I saw, I think, 4 inside. So please consider adopting. Once the people contacted us, they weren't very forthcoming with the information, but we agreed to give them a reward. However, when they went to go get Margot from where they had left her, they said she was no longer there. What happened from that point, we really don't know. That was the last we heard of Margot. We don't know where they left her. We don't know if they gave her to somebody that didn't want to give her up. We have no idea. We've been waiting for her to be found again, thinking that if she escaped again, they would be able to identify us through her microchip and get her back to us, which is essentially what happened. Cannot say enough about the importance of microchipping your dog. Just finished up with Margot at Dr. Kong's office. When we had her before, we didn't have her enough time to set up a spay appointment. So this was a priority this time. Fortunately, she's already spayed, which at her age, it's not as big a risk as a younger female, but it's still something we would be concerned about. We also just checked her out. She had a little bit of a limp, and Dr. Kong wasn't too concerned about it. He did not notice it today. So he goes, could be soft tissue, could be she's getting older, possibly an older injury. So he says he wouldn't really worry too much about it if it's not prevalent. So she's got a clean bill of health, and we will see her on the website here real soon, hopefully get her a home. So a couple things. If you lose your dogs, the very first thing you want to do is do whatever you can to get the message out there. In our case, it was unique in that we knew who found her. A lot of times finding that person, even though they weren't forthcoming with the information, we used the resources we had. We really never knew we'd ever see her again. At one point, we were just hoping she was being well cared for. And she appears that she was. How, we don't know, and if it was one person, we don't know. We're glad to have her back. We will find her a home where she is loved and cared for, And should anything ever happen where the family cannot care for her, she'll come back. But at 11 years old, it's hard to imagine a German Shorthaired Pointer at 11 still an escape artist. So we're mindful of that, and we will find somebody that can manage that. It's not impossible. She's been with me for a little while. We haven't had any issues where she's been staying, and so we're very confident we'll figure all that out. If you are interested, we encourage you to submit an application. She's an 11-year-old GSP. She's on the easy scale when you look at the 1 to 2-year-old German Shorthaired Pointers. However, she will need to be managed. She's not somebody that you are just going to be able to leave in the backyard with a short fence. That won't work. She will figure her way out. Now, she's been in a yard with a 6-foot fence with no issues, but she's not left out there. If you aren't able to adopt, or you have too many dogs, you have too many German Shorthaired Pointers, and you want to help, just like and share her post. By doing that, we're going to find somebody that is looking for Margot, an 11-year-old German Shorthaired Pointer, and we want to find them and match them up. The last thing, if you really, really want to help do something more and help support our cause, consider becoming a rescue hero. We have depended immensely on their support over the past several months with everything that's been going on. I don't know how we would have done it without their support. So, thank you, Rescue Heroes. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.